What is up, guys, and welcome back to another install video. As you can see, I have a boatload of parts in front of me, and I'm excited about putting this on the bike. I'm excited about every install, guys, because it's changing the look of the bike and making it my own. But this is about comfort for me, and I'm excited about doing this. I had talked about it in an earlier video where the bars were way too low, and I feel like I'm hunched over, more of a crotch rocket feel than a laid back cruiser where I want to do 500 miles. So this is going to change that for me, and I'm going to show you guys how to install this on a 2025 Lowrider ST, because they did do some changes between a 24 and a 25, and a prime example is the clutch cable. You cannot put a 24 clutch cable on a 25 Lowrider ST, but if you go through Original Garage Moto, they lay out everything you need to do this install, and I got some beautiful red parts that are going to be going on the bike. I'm excited. It's really going to make this bike pop and add a little bit more red. So we got to start tearing the bike apart so we can put these beautiful parts on the bike.
Shaking off the weekend dirt. Mind's still back on what we did. Never enough hours, but that's life we live. Here we are, working for the weekend, boots on, out under the sun, radios loud, the crew sings along, passing the time, making the day run. Yeah, we're working for the weekend, but we might as well have some fun. Some treat it like high school games. Rumors fly and people name names. But I don't mind, we're all the same. Chasing that paycheck at the end of the day. Here we are, working for the weekend, boots on, out under the sun, radios loud, the crew sings along, passing the time, making the day run. Yeah, we're working for the weekend, but we might as well have some fun. We're all here for the same reason, that Friday night freedom we're believing. But until then we'll sing this song, laugh a little louder and work along. Here we are, working for the weekend, boots on, out under the sun, radio loud, the crew sings along, passing the time, making the day run. Yeah, we're working for the weekend, but we might as well have some fun. It's just Monday, but it won't be long till the weekend comes along.
So I got one side wired up, and the hardest part was literally getting the controls back together. So if you take this center screw out, it makes it so much easier to get everything lined up and then put it back. So you do need to take out all 3 screws. Now the bottom and top one is what actually disconnects the housing, but the center one kind of helps align it. So if you do take that one out, it will help to put everything back together. Everything just disconnects. Now another thing is, this is all one piece. Let me flip this around. So this is all one piece right here, so you cannot change that out. I was hoping there might have been some screws on the inside where I could have switched this out to a red piece, but it's all one piece, guys. So now we got to get the other side pulled through and wired up, and then we can start putting on the risers, triple trees, and get going. Now your right side hand controls don't have that middle screw on the housing. I went ahead and replaced the plastic sheathing since it's loose, and it was a little bit difficult to get the wires out of the bars. So I wanted a wire loom that's a little bit tighter, and it looks better in my opinion. So it actually helped to run these wires in the bars and still give it some protection. Now we can go ahead and set up the original garage triple tree and risers. I went ahead and got solid bushings instead of using the bushings that were already on the bike. They do provide the adapters, so you can go stock position or 2 inches back. Now if you want 1 inch back, they do sell that separately, but I'm going to go 2 inches back and pull the bars closer to me. Now they do not provide bolts with the risers, so you will need to get separate bolts. And I'll show you how the stock bolts on the original risers look. And everything is color coded. So depending on how tall your bar setup is, you will need to replace your clutch and brake line. Tighten your fork stem is a two-step process. First, tighten the 13 to 14 foot-pounds, back it off 45-degree angle, then retighten to 9 to 10 foot-pounds. Tighten up the pinch bolt so it doesn't loosen. And then alternate on your clamp bolts. That absolutely looks wicked. Love the height, love the color. Even love that I could move the bars 2 inches close to me and not just with a pull back. So that is a perfect setup for me. At first, I didn't know if I was gonna need the other adapters to move it 1 inch and not 2 inches closer to me, but 2 inches is perfect with sitting on the bike and feeling how it is. I love the setup. Now I did have to replace my brake cable and my clutch cable. I still have to bleed the front brakes, but I had to go 2 inches more with the clutch cable and brake cable. But I do love the new clutch cable because of this. So up under here is an actual adjuster to get the free play, no longer have that spring. So in my opinion, that's a whole lot better setup. So that way I can get the exact free play I want, which is about where I want it right there. Maybe a little bit looser, but I can get the exact free play I want with this adjuster. No longer have to deal with the spring. And once I put it all together, it keep it together, and then the clamps, so that way it's not coming loose. But on the brake side, I had to replace the brake line with 2 inches more. And here's the other thing. You have to get this adapter down here to hook up your upper brake line to this T, so it does not come with that little bit of adapter. Now I know older models, it was all crimped on, so you had to replace this, your lower brake lines, and your upper if you were going with taller risers, but you will need that adapter to the upper brake line. But it absolutely looks amazing. I did do wire loom to clean it up. I love the risers, like I've said on my other build, because I can put the wires in these channels and it just cleans up the entire look of the bike. As you can see, there is a complete difference in the stock triple trees and risers to the original Garage Moto. I got different hardware for the risers, got rid of all these torque bits, and went to Allen. I did like these holes on the bottom of the stock triple trees for the clamps. I do have to figure out the clamps and try to put them on the back side of the triple trees because my lines were not long enough to go in the front of the triple trees. So that way I can kind of keep them in place. That is one thing I did like about the stock that the original Garage does not have. Now on the stock bars, I probably could have still used the stock bars because on my right hand control, I had to cut a little pin, which is no big deal. It don't really hold it in place, but it goes right in the bars. Well guys, I hope this helps you out. If you're looking at a new bar setup for your Lowrider ST, a lot of parts, but not very hard. But I hope you guys have a good one. We still have a lot to do to this 2025 Lowrider ST to get it ready for Daytona. Later guys.